learning about equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are fractions that are equal. So, for example, say we had 2 pumpkin pies. The first pie is going to be cut right down the middle. The second pie, however, is cut into 4 equal parts. Each one of your family members wants to take half of that pie home. So, your first family member is going to take this half of the pie. Your second family member wants this half of the pie. Next, you have the pie that's cut into 4s. How do you make that into a half? Instead of just giving them 1 piece, you would give them 2 pieces. That way, you know that 2/4 is going to be equal to 1/2. Now, how do we know that 2/4 is actually equal to 1/2? You would see that both your numerator and your denominator are multiplied by the same number in order to get that second fraction. So if we look at 1/2 and 2/4 again, you would want to see what would you multiply 2 by in order to get to the number 4, and then that same number you would have to multiply 1 by in order to get to the number 2. So that number would be 2. Since you're multiplying your 1/2 by 2/2 and getting 2/4, you know that 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Let's take another fraction, for example. Say we have the fraction 2/3. And we want to see if that fraction is equal to the fraction 4/6. What number would you multiply 2/3 by in order to get to the number 4/6? Well, if you multiply 3 by 2, you're going to get your number 6. And so happens if you multiply 2 by 2, once again you're going to get to the number 4. Therefore, we know that 2/3 is equal to 4/6. One last example. If we take the number 2/5 and we want to check and see if that's equal to 6/15, we have to see what number we're going to get to, what number it's going to take to get from 5 to 15 and 2 to 6. Say you didn't know what number to multiply 5 by in order to get 15, but you knew that 2 times 3 is going to get you 6. Then you can sit there and think about it. What is 5 times 3? Does that equal 15? And in this case, it does. So then if you take 2 times 3, you're going to get 6, and 5 times 3, you're going to get 15. Therefore, we know that all those fractions are equivalent. To sum everything up, in order to know that 2 fractions are equivalent, you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, and you would get your outcome fraction. So in this case, 2/8 is equal to 4/16.